Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival returns to historic Crew Stadium. Slipknot, Disturbed, Pantera, The Original Misfits, Evanescence, Limp Bizkit, Judas Priest, Stain, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Falling in Reverse, Sleep Token, Rise Again, 311, Seether, Mudvayne, and many more. May 16th through the 19th, Columbus, Ohio. Tickets on sale now at SonicTempleFestival.com.
Oh my God, it's Jason Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Tyler.
Dude, I'm gonna eclipse your fucking eyes, my ball sack.
On this episode, Dude Tyler, Brett, and JD visit Jason C. from the Mash and Drum to compete in a blind against each other for ultimate bragging rights. Find out what we drank and what we thought on this episode of The Bourbon Hunters. In addition, we have some big news about a giveaway for Sonic Temple Music Festival here in Columbus, Ohio that happens May 16th through the 19th of 2024. So visit our webpage at www.bourbonhunters.com to read about our latest giveaway and have a chance to enter and win. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on our hunt for great bourbon. Reward yourself and sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy. Welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Hunters. I am Dude Pool, and I am joined by
Brett Bryan,
Tyler Schaefer,
JD Fridges. And we've got a special guest today
Jason C.
from the Mash and Drum. Not that we have to say
Am I still
just
a
like
special guest? I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, you're like one
You're
of the
a regular
crew now.
almost,
You've been
man.
on here more than Tyler now, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
it's
think
fine.
so,
It's
yeah.
fine. I'd
Yeah.
say you're one of the hosts.
one of the hosts.
but he's always gonna be special.
Co-host.
He just
and
might not be a
special
guest.
How about that? You
Like-
know how
Like
someone's
nice
in a,
special or like
Yeah.
special?
Here's how
Yes.
we describe it. You know when you watch a TV show and it says "and also starring,"
Yeah.
but that person's in every episode. That's Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
And also starring.
I like that.
Maybe we'll have to change it to like an '80s montage intro,
I
do
love
family
80s montage.
ties or
Yes.
something.
yeah.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock. All right. Anyway, so
Three's
real
Company.
quick housekeeping
pour
thing.
yourself,
We've got about 3 weeks left on our entries for the Sonic Temple giveaway. We've got a lot of entries so far, but it's not too late. You got, I think, 2 weeks to put in your entries. And again, that's 2 field level GA passes for the whole weekend at Sonic Temple here at the old historic Crew Stadium. And that's May 16th through the 19th, so Thursday through Sunday. Thursday through Sunday. If you haven't seen the lineup, it's pretty phenomenal this year. It's probably the best one they've had, even going back to Rock on the Range, that I can remember in a long time. So just wanted to put that out there. But now for what we're actually here for. We're actually at Jason's Mash and Drum Studio. Studio C, right? This is C?
Studio C. A and B are under construction.
Yeah, so we're in Studio C at the Mash and Drum Studios. And Jason has set up a nice little blind for us. Go ahead and intro
So I
the
thought I
blind.
had some fun with you guys. Had a cool idea for a fun blind tasting, and I thought I'd make it a little competitive, not just having us sip. I thought it'd be fun podcast content. So what you have in front of you is 4 whiskeys. I'm not going to say what they are. What I'm going to do is basically have you nose them and then taste them. I'll ask you questions. There'll be a round of nosing and a round of tasting. Basically, if you get certain whatever, I'll do the points, and winner, whoever has accrue the most points at the end, wins a bottle of my Butter Pecan blend from Obtainium.
Well, we can just give it to JD now. So
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any idea what's in here, so
Not a clue.
yeah. So,
I'm the worst at this, so
well, whatever. It'll just be fun, and we could figure we'll shoot the shit as we taste along.
Are these the ones you texted me about earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
even the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while, Tyler.
Yeah.
I think you might be all right.
That's right, Tyler.
I mean, you have a 25% chance of winning.
Yeah.
true.
Well,
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's kick it off. Everything's in order from left to right. So first question on the first glass, and this is just nosing, not tasting.
Are we gonna nose all of them first?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Tell
Oh my
me.
God, he just said all this.
No, he said a round of nosing.
Yeah,
it stars are-
before we
yeah.
taste is what he said.
What is the age of this whiskey? Basically, the closer you get, the more points you get.
Is it Price is Right rules? You can't go over?
You can't. Yeah, no.
So we don't actually have to name the whiskey to win this.
You just have to answer the
No,
question.
just answer the question I'm giving you. You're adding on more questions. All I want to know is how old do you think it is?
And while you're thinking about this, when JD and I just went to Heaven Hill to do we did 2 barrels of Elijah Craig barrel proof.
You guys picked 2?
Yeah.
Lucky sons.
And
That's
they were
amazing.
both
How many
really good.
barrels did you get to choose from?
5.
Well,
5?
we only opened 5, but they had like 10 out for us.
How amazing were they?
They were pretty damn good. The first one, number 2, was
Oh, that was so
Who
good.
did number 2 work for?
number 2 worked for every one of us. Number 2 worked for every one of us. It was unanimous, and it won the blind we did at the end. Like
Yes.
it wasn't.
Oh, really? What's the
yeah.
So I'm assuming he's like getting that barrel.
So
yeah.
how old was that one?
10,
One was 8 and
10
one was
years.
9.
No, that wasn't one 10 year.
Oh no, one was 8 and one was 9.
Okay.
Just such a douche.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. No, one was 8, one was 9.
But my point was, Tyler, was that the first one that JD tasted, he gave it a baseline of a 3.
That's so stupid.
Carl, are we going to kick it off with this
Yeah.
bullshit again? Oh, my
listen.
God. Here we go.
Hey, but anyway,
Anytime someone's in my corner, yeah. we
have
gotta
you
kick it off that
changed
way.
after that tasting? Have you changed your opinion that those are still the worst barrels that they put out?
No. Or yes, I have. I never said they were the worst. I just said that I felt like they were kind of less than their normal. Like they wouldn't be ones that they would use in their own Elijah Craig barrel proof. They weren't ones that. But I have gotten some really good ones, like store picks of those. Like you had a good release of one of those, and
Yeah, it's sitting up there somewhere.
and I've had some good releases. But the first time I went on a pick there, they were just like, eh.
So here's the thing. I think it's hard to tell because they do small batch them, and I literally just had Connor O'Driscoll on last week, Master Still of Heaven Hill.
Who said Hyman pour, by the way?
He did.
Did he
By the-
really?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did. Yeah, thanks to Martel.
Martel.
It's growing. Anyway, he said that there are hundreds of barrels that go into a batch of Elijah Craig barrel proof. So to say like they're using their worst barrels, there's probably shitty barrels
Sure.
in their regular batches anyway, and
Yeah.
they're just hiding them with
They
the
hide
blend.
them, sure. No,
So
that's
I mean,
true.
I don't think they're exactly worse. There's probably just good and bad across the board.
Well, and let me change my thinking on that, Tyler. I think that's a good question actually, because I have actually changed my viewpoint on this. And when I went the first time to
Back
do
and
it,
forth, man.
when I went there the first time, it was cold as balls, and you could not get a nose on anything the first time we went.
Yeah.
It was that cold. And she was explaining, the lady who hosted it was explaining, and I didn't really think about this, but it made sense. She said, in the cold weather, you obviously don't get a nose because there's just not enough air movement, because of the coldness. But one thing that she did say was different about tasting it is that it becomes a little more viscous in the cold. So you're sitting there tasting it in a cold warehouse, and it's like coming off very viscous, but no nose. And then you're just, I think because of the lack of nose, you're just not getting as much flavor.
I totally agree.
Because the one I ended up getting, it was a Deatsville pick that we got with Bourbon Enthusiast that time. It was outstanding when I got it in the bottle, and I wasn't super excited about it. And then when I got it, I was like, damn, this is actually
Yeah,
really
that one
good.
year when I went to Wild Turkey with OHLQ and we were picking barrels, and then January in Wild Turkey, everything was freezing.
Yeah.
And everything felt like super viscous. And I'm like, I
never
can't
thought of
smell
that.
anything off the damn nose. Like, all I'm getting is ethanol, most of them.
Yeah, that's
There were a
how we
few
were,
gems
too.
in there, but yeah, once we kind of warmed them up. All right, quick answers
yeah, we
here.
went.
What do you guys got?
Go ahead. I'm going last. This one, I'll go first. Next one.
All right, what's your guess?
I'm gonna go.
We're starting with Brett.
I'm gonna go 9 years.
9 years here. Okay. JD?
I was on the fence between 7 or 8, so I'm gonna go 7.
7.
For fuck's sake, it's his first time on a podcast.
I'll go 8.
I think the correct tense says I'll go eat.
So if Elijah Craig barrel proofs are hundreds of barrels, how many dictate a micro batch?
More than 2.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is
Less than 3. What do you got, dude, for age?
I was
I just don't want to be the
I
one that
was-
sets a trend and then
I was going
everyone.
to go higher, and you guys
See,
are
no,
saying
I get miffed by some Elijah Craig barrel proofs that are 8 years and they feel like 12, and so
I was gonna go. Go
So
ahead,
what did
sorry.
they say?
Sorry.
So
What's the highest
So
one?
Brett said 9, JD said 7, and Tyler said 8.
I'm going to say 9 years, 1 month.
This is not Price is Right.
Not
We
Price is
already
Right.
established this.
It is. I mean,
I can't-
anything above that, I win.
Don't make me do decimal points. Just pick a year.
All right, fucking 10 years then.
10. Okay.
I almost went 10, but then as I kept nosing
I was
it,
thinking 12, to
I
be
couldn't.
honest. And
So
like,
I was back and forth. The more I smelled it, the worse that my decision making went. I should have done one sniff, done.
All right. This one shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna go with on glass 2 for the nose. Is this a bourbon? Is it a rye? Or is it a blend?
This is.
Get it right.
What was the third option?
Bourbon, rye, or blend. Basically an American whiskey. Is it a bourbon, rye, or an American whiskey? Love this so much.
Hey, sniff a little fucking louder.
We need some like
I'm sorry.
background
Dude, every
music.
fucking 2 seconds.
One of our feedbacks is we needed a little more ASMR, so I was trying to add that. Would you rather me turn my phone on and let someone call me in the middle
That's
of the
my wife.
podcast? Well, they still make vibrate on
She meant to
phones.
call me. Sorry.
It will go through.
They
It
still
goes through no matter what.
They still make vibrate, though.
It's on vibrate. It's on
He has
silent.
it as a.
It was
It's a
not
pass-through.
silent. We all
It's a-
heard a call.
She's on a pass through.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Her call will pass through to loud no matter what.
So it defies the laws of vibrate.
Correct.
And it just still ring.
Correct. You can have it.
What
you can have
setting
it
is
set
that on a
You
phone?
can have
It's
it
on a
set.
personal, on the actual
Yes.
personal person. Like,
Okay.
you can override. Just like with ringtones, you can override a ringtone.
All right.
It's stupid, though.
You're just mad because it upset the podcast.
Turn on. Yeah, I am. Turn on your damn light thing. Do that.
I'm usually looking.
That was his like giraffe.
That was so
neck.
dainty.
Yeah.
Dainty.
dainty. Yeah, dainty.
Dainty.
If
Okay.
all he needed was his pinky out.
All right. So bourbon, rye, or an American.
I want to say
blend.
bourbon.
I'm
You
gonna,
going?
I'm gonna say rye.
All right. So Tyler's going bourbon.
I don't.
Dude, you're saying rye.
I think I am. Yeah, I'm gonna say rye.
Okay. JD, where you at?
He's asleep.
Yeah. He's thinking of his next song.
I did take I did take a siesta before coming over here in the shop.
Oh, good.
Good for you.
Good. Brett, you have a guess while JD contemplates?
rye.
Rye?
Damn, the sun's already getting you.
I'm bourbon.
JD's
I'm
bourbon.
dude. Glad to meet you, bourbon.
And Brett is rye. All right.
Do you hear
Number
me?
3. Knows this one. Give me the state of distillation. Is this from Kentucky, Tennessee, or Indiana?
As the questions get harder,
Yes.
that's not the only thing getting harder.
You might go 6 to midnight when you see what the bottles are.
Might go what?
They're all from Texas, aren't they?
They are. They're all from
2 years,
Texas.
and they're all 2 years old.
They're all 2-year-old ryes from Texas, dude.
You had like a
Heat
15,
cycled.
You had a 15-year hazmat in that.
You said Kentucky, Indiana, or
Tennessee.
man, that's a crapshoot on that. That's fun. It's
Tennessee.
Fun question.
I'm Tennessee too.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
Ah, shit.
I mean, you add this table up together, and we're a good 12.
I'll
All
go
right, so,
Indiana.
dude, you say Tennessee?
I'm gonna say Tennessee.
I'll go Indiana.
JD, you're Tennessee? Tyler, you're what?
Indiana.
Indiana? Brett, where you
we,
at?
we should fuck with this test and all just answer the same.
I
thing.
know, right? I was going to say Tennessee, but I'm going to do Kentucky just to be different.
Okay.
So
Is that how you took your SATs?
Decent strategy.
Yes.
I see that nobody wants to win this. All right, let's go to
He's trying to get in our heads now.
well, yeah, one of those has to be right. Like,
somebody. Maybe some people got points, some didn't.
Oddly enough, it's from Oregon, and he didn't give that as an
Yeah.
option.
All right. Fourth glass. This one should be pretty straightforward. Is this a finished whiskey or not?
someone's going to get this
You got
right.
a 50-50 chance.
You got
Right.
a 50-50 shot, guys. The questions are not that hard.
No.
I say yes.
I say yes.
Do staves count as finished?
Yeah, like a Woodford,
Private,
or like a
Private Select's
Makers.
finished.
Like a Makers.
No, I'm
Wait,
a
hold
no.
on. We got two
Right on the
yeses.
fence. This isn't that straightforward.
Well,
I think that's the point.
I don't think he's trying to make them fucking slam dunks, man.
I'm just repeating what he said back to me.
So are you
I'll
sticking with
finish.
yes?
Yeah.
All right. So
Dude's a yes.
Tyler's a yes. Dude is yes.
JD's a no.
JD,
No.
no.
As he nods his head. He's
going up and down.
No.
Are you going to give us points after every round?
That's the
Yeah.
that's the
Like you're gonna give us
Midwestern-
you're gonna give us the
I'll give you the
leaderboard.
I'll
after
give you
each
the
round?
leaderboard after the nosing.
But
fuck.
don't tell us what we were right or wrong on.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
that'll
Yeah.
affect what we do on the next
That's
round.
fine.
Right.
That's fine. JD said, "I'm sorry, you said no. It's not finished."
Yes,
But he nodded yes.
Okay.
So he's
But
like,
he nodded
I'm
yes.
going
I'm
finished.
really.
so he's going to
fucking
get a half a
Christmas.
point on this
Finished.
Finished. Okay.
I'm going with my gut instinct, not what other people are. I swear.
one. Well, then maybe you should just go first then every time.
No.
All right. So let's check out the scores here.
60%
If you don't
of
want
the
us to
time,
adjust you.
all the time.
Oh man, you guys suck.
Whatever.
No, I'm only kidding. All right. So, dude,
He's in last.
you have a total of 4 points.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How many questions? What are you giving? 1 point a question?
No, don't answer that.
I'm not saying how it worked
Yeah.
yet.
Oh,
but we'll,
okay.
we'll,
Well,
we'll
that's
get
fair.
we'll get.
I guess
there.
I'll find out if someone has
Yeah.
6.
Tyler.
God, the anticipation is. killing
Tyler's
me.
got 3.
Fuck.
You'll get me. Don't worry.
JD. 1 point.
Oh.
I'll be 2.
And Brett.
Brett has 2.5.
Brett has 4.
Oh,
The natives
like
are getting
this.
restless here.
the Baldies have got it right
Wait a
now.
second. How did we tie?
Well, they're worth.
I
Don't
know-
ask questions.
We don't know what the points are because
Yeah.
the year one.
I'll
Yeah.
say this: the only
We answered
the
differently.
only point system that was variable was the age. The closer you got, the more points you got,
Okay.
and the further off
Maybe
you
that's
got,
how, maybe that's
the
how I
less.
made it. Maybe I was closer, and I made up for it.
Maybe.
All right, so now we get
Missing
to
something
get to
else.
tasties, and this is a chance, especially on the first one,
It's-
for you guys to maybe
It's pronounced testes, not tasties.
tasties.
Oh, taste these.
Taste
Oh,
these.
these
Taste
nuts.
these.
Taste. We're gonna taste these.
Some
I
taste-
could
some pasties.
I could see how I totally said tasties. We're going to
just-
taste these.
It just kind of ran together,
folks.
that's all.
We're gonna taste these.
I do
all
the
right?
same thing.
So pick up your beautiful glasses, number 1,
Number 1.
and now you're gonna taste it and tell me what age you think it is.
Oh, so we're going to amend our
You're gonna
original guess.
Maybe you're gonna mend it. Maybe you're gonna keep it. We'll see where you go.
This is my first fucking drink of the day.
Well, cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Cheers,
coming to
cheers.
the whiskey room.
Thanks for
I have
having
just
us.
a hunch. I'm going to
cheers.
change mine.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh,
Tell me that's not beautiful.
that is delish.
Do we need to
It's
save?
like hoisin beef.
Do we need to save any?
What's that?
Do we need to save any?
You want to down it?
Only if you want to.
Well, I just didn't know if there's another round.
No, there's no other round.
Okay.
Well, maybe you say save a little bit because if anybody ties, I'll have a couple bonus questions,
I'm definitely
and I might
saving
do it.
some of
I
that.
might do it off of any of the samples.
Okay.
So save a little.
That
Okay.
is tasty.
Yeah.
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 Did you say that is tasties?
Das is good.
That's is good. So did you guys check out?
That should be the name of the podcast.
Wunderbar.
Did you guys
Das
see
ist good.
Das is good. Did you guys see the eclipse yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say it was pretty amazing.
Brett got a really good video of it.
Dude,
Did you?
this is phenomenal.
It wasn't.
They
that
told me
fun.
not to look at it, so.
Well,
We had to
I
burn
think
your eyes.
through a phone, it's probably
The best
fine.
meme I got was a picture of the sun with the Death Star going in front of it. And
Yeah.
it said,
Are those the
and it
glasses you wear
said
out?
it's not.
Those the glasses you?
No.
You asshole.
I got dunked on, too.
I sent that to
I set you twice in this.
Should have known.
I sent it first to the group chat. No one saw it though.
No, in Instagram.
Instagram. Sorry.
did.
Oh, did you? I didn't
Did.
see that.
And that's why I was laughing because you sent it
my
like
God.
maybe an hour after he sent
Yeah.
that on Instagram. I was like,
Yeah,
is he
I
trying to
didn't-
be funny?
I didn't know that it was. I don't get on
Yeah.
Instagram a whole lot.
Yeah.
I forgot to send it to you yesterday, dude. I was blasting like every contact that I
Yeah.
had, sending them that.
I had another friend send that to me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. The Death Star, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent him.
theory.
You almost have
That's
to like
no
look
moon.
back a little bit.
That's what I said. I sent
Yeah.
him the thing that said that's no
Star
moon.
Wars,
Yeah.
the YouTube.
That was before it blew up.
I'm going to go back into this a little bit more.
that
you guys can
is
What
amazing.
sunglasses you were out?
Oh, I wear these when I'm working.
Really like carbon fiber looking. I don't
What
know if
are
they're-
they? What-
If they're
like-
real carbon.
These I don't. Sunglasses are like $500 a pair now. So
Damn.
I get these
You need
like
a good.
$45,
You're in the
$50
sun all day.
$45, $50 pair. It's all I need.
All
That
right,
is so
JD,
good.
you are first now because he went first the first time through this. You go first this time.
All right, JD.
First, because I'm last.
Sure.
So JD, you
We'll do
guessed.
that.
If you're not first, you're last.
So you guessed 7 years on your nosing round. Where are you going here?
I'm coming up.
So where are you going?
10.2. No. I'm gonna say 12 year.
Okay.
That was my original guess, and I went to 10 not knowing how he was doing the grading, just to be above you, because
Yeah.
I like being above you.
All right.
like
Well,
it
I'm gonna
too.
go with Tyler next. Where are you going?
I like the bottom.
We know. I think every one of us here knows.
Yeah. Yeah. In the bottom. On the bottom.
You'd say he's the bottom
Both.
bitch.
I can't tell if it's age or if it's really just the complexity.
Wasn't that a South Park episode? Bottom bitch.
Well, I always assumed
I'm
Tyler
gonna go
would
15
be
year.
a power
Oh.
bottom. I assumed he'd be a power bottom, but he's
Tyler's swinging
passive.
big.
He's passive.
You went from 8 to 15.
He did.
It's like last.
It doesn't
last
show in
week
the
with
nose, but then when you
two
gotta
different
have
people he
the-
picked up in his van.
Angel Hernandez is on that glass.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you got, dude? So your first guess was 10 years. You sticking with that? You're going to go up or down? Forward? Yeah.
I'm going to say 12.
You know what's great about this?
Brett?
I was going to do 12, but I think I'm going to say 13.
Oh, you're
Ooh.
just
to
pulling
be-
a dude on me, huh?
Yeah,
Pulling the dude.
I do
At
think
12.1.
I do think there's definitely like a good bit of age in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try to think of like other
Yeah.
12 years that I've had, and I'm just like, I think it's just a little more.
So one of the cool things about doing this here with Jason's bottles is it could literally be anything.
I know.
Are they in this room?
You're, if
Yes.
if we were doing this with Dude's collection, even all of ours, like the highest end stuff that we have is we have an EC18 that's the massive outlier, and then we have
Holy
a
shit, the EC18 that was available.
Oh,
at
that was
Heaven Hill
tasty.
Was so good.
Really?
Bourbon Sherpa opened his and let us drink it. Oh my god, it was so good.
That's cool.
It was
Nice.
probably the best EC18 I've ever.
Is
had.
it the one? Is it as good as the one that we had at the
We
tailgate?
had that. Yeah, that was fucking. You brought that at Dude's house, didn't you?
Is that
No,
what we're, is
that's
that what we're
this
drinking
year's
right now?
release.
This is the new Heritage Collection.
Is that what we're
You brought the
drinking right now?
17, didn't you?
I brought the 17. This is
that what
the
you're
Oh,
telling
okay,
us?
that's what you brought. The
Huh?
17.
Are you revealing what this bottle was?
No.
Oh, I was like,
Oh.
you're just showing us the Heaven Hill 18.
I'm just showing you if you
Got
want
it.
to try a little. It's Fred Minnick's, though. It's not mine.
Send it back.
You
Pull
have
it
to
out.
send it back. How
fill it up
fucking
with
funny would that
water.
be?
You said, please send it back with some whiskey in it. We could send it back with there's some whiskey in it.
That's it. Man, when you sent it to me, it was almost empty.
We can put something else in there, like
Oh, that would be hilarious.
We could put, honestly,
benchmark.
honestly, the profile
foolproof.
of that, we could probably put Elijah Craig 18 in it, the regular one, and it would get close to that.
That's hilarious.
No. Put something with
some
a
mellow
completely
corn.
different mash bill in it.
Mellow corn.
I'm gonna put
put the 20 year in there.
I'm gonna screw that. I'm putting Malort in it.
Give him some of that
Dude.
2-year Texas whiskey.
When I went to Chicago for a work trip in November,
Yeah.
I was like, we got to do some Malort. And everyone's like, what's Malort? And I'm like, you just got to do it. We're in Chicago.
Yeah, you gotta do
And
it.
the guy goes to the bartender and he was like, excuse me, do you guys have Malort? And she looked at him like he was the biggest idiot. She was like, you're in Chicago. Of course we have Malort.
That's awesome. All right, number 2. This will get you some big bonus points if you can nail it based off the taste. I'm gonna call it out.
Distillery.
Name that distillery.
Oh,
Ooh,
That's a hard one.
yeah.
It is.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I need to take a drink of water too.
Name that distillery.
but if we were
If anybody nails it,
doing this with our collection, like
Get
there's
some good
only so
points.
much we have that is of a higher age.
got a
It
really-
could be literally anything.
It's got a really nice anise nose.
And
Ooh, I get some nice brown sugar.
What
It's
was
not
the,
like
what was the question
sourced.
in round 1 of this?
bourbon, rye, or blend.
Okay.
So, you answered rye. Tyler, you answered bourbon. JD answered bourbon, and Brett answered rye. But name that
100% that's a
distillery.
rye.
Based on my score, you're correct.
Yeah.
On the nose, I got a lot of wheat.
No,
I thought it was a
I
high proof
immediately got
weeder.
a
No,
rye.
I was
And that's why I thought bourbon,
The
but
distillery.
Feel that finish.
I'm not gonna
this
do it.
is a lot of fun because I'm usually on the other side of this, always getting
Yeah.
challenged with
Yeah,
blind
yeah, yeah.
tastings, and I haven't done a lot of deep dive
man, I got
blinds
two-
in a long time.
Shit.
So for me this is like me trying to
Sorry.
get back.
this is
into
probably the
doing
coolest
some
blind that
blinds.
we've done.
This is fun for sure.
I feel like
Yeah.
this would be have put a little competition around it.
I'm Jack Daniels.
Okay, Jack Daniel's guess.
It's definitely a mild rye as far as it's rye, but it's almost like a 51% type.
I was
rye.
between
Could be a Kentucky rye.
I was between Michter's and Jack
But
Daniels.
what's Jack Daniel's mash bill?
Well, they have a
what's
new
their rye?
rye
I don't think
mash
that
bill.
tastes like Jack. I don't
they're-
think that tastes like Michter's.
Their rye mash bill I think is 60-something% rye.
So that's
Yeah,
still
I think.
decently.
I'm going to be
It's
at
not
a loss
95.5.
for
It ain't
this.
95.5.
No.
Yeah, it's yeah. So okay, yeah, we're good. Okay.
you just argue.
JD got it wrong. We're on par.
I'm like looking around the room for ideas. You laugh, but I'm being
I
serious.
know.
Well, that's if you're if you're staying with your guesses that it was either a bourbon or rye.
Go, Mr. Rye
I
Man.
Do
I
you?
can-
Is there more points
did.
for
You
being
did?
closer,
I
or is
said
it
Jack
just?
Daniels?
No, this
that
is
was your
this is
guess.
just a basically.
It is or it isn't.
Yeah. You
Gotcha.
either
How
get
are you
it-
going to be closer? Like,
either-
it's in close proximity to that distillery.
You're up, Tiger.
Then in that case,
Willet
just
and Heaven
name-
Hill are right by
Yeah.
each other.
In that case, just name a Kentucky distiller.
Yeah.
You might get points. But no, this is you either get it or you don't. But naming it will get you guys a pretty cool advantage because this one will be worth a good amount of points here for you guys.
I like a good comeback story.
Yeah,
If you want some
Like
comeback, get off
Kardashian?
your mom's back.
Like Kardashians.
like Kim Kardashian. Yeah.
Anyone? No one?
No, I know from Parks and Rec.
Well, that's
He was like-
didn't give that quote. He just
I know.
he
I've seen.
butchered the shit out.
Yeah,
of it.
I know. It's like nothing like that at all.
You can
It
get a good
is.
look at
Because that
his
was like
face.
a cutout too. It didn't like make it on the show.
Good look at a steak by sticking your head
Yeah.
up the butcher's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the bull's weight? It's got to be. It's got to be your bull.
All right, what do you guys have?
Not so much here, but right here.
right there.
And I'm assuming it's not sourced. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, MGP. Like we wouldn't say something of that
I
nature.
mean, why couldn't it be?
It could. I mean, I guess I was kind of leading the question. It's not.
Are you looking for the distillery that released it? Or
I'll
the
do
distillery-
Knob
Yeah.
Creek.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
So you're saying
You're saying it's sourced?
it's Jim Beam?
No, I was just covering MGP.
Saying it's a
Oh,
Jim Beam
95.
distillery.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm gonna go with.
All right, Tyler's going with Jim Beam.
Really?
So you're thinking what, like a Knob Creek rye or something?
That's
or-
what he said. Yeah.
That's what
I
he's
didn't do
saying.
that.
It's a little sweeter.
I was too busy
than
making
Creek
fun of
Rye.
his bull's ass thing.
That's not what I said. I said if you want a good comeback, get off your mom's back. That's the joke I made.
Oh my God, you can't like retell the joke.
And make it worse the second time.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, man, I like that rye. Like the second drink,
It's good.
it's very good.
I'm enjoying it. Damn, I don't.
Oh, fun fact: we now know the code to get into the back room at Peerless.
Yeah, we do.
I used to know that code. I don't know if they changed it.
But
I'm
don't say it
gonna
on the air.
No,
I'm going to say wild turkey.
Wild turkey for dude.
I know it's not right, but I'm just trying to be different.
Okay.
so you're pulling a Brett. There's a lot of distilleries.
So
I've
dude
never-
said wild turkey. Tyler said Jim Beam. JD said Jack Daniels. Where you
Oh,
at,
I didn't know
Brett?
he answered. Michter's.
Michter's. Okay.
that was what I was teetering between.
I was thinking Michter's, but I was like, I don't think I've had any Michter's taste like
That's
this.
it. It's a good guess though.
I was trying to think of
Could
like
be.
a higher end rye.
It's a sweeter rye.
Yeah.
It is a
That
rye. Can I
doesn't
change
drink-
my answer from the first
I haven't
round?
had enough to know.
From the first round.
I really wouldn't have enough to know which distillery the rye came from. Is the problem?
That's a hard question for sure. But
Well, for me especially, because I don't drink ryes. I mean,
Yeah.
Michter's, I think I would have recognized, and like
Why
Angel's
not?
Envy,
Middle
I would
West
have
spirits.
recognized. And Middle West, I would have tasted. I think.
Rye,
But
don't you
maybe
drink
not.
more ryes?
I don't know. man.
rye not.
All right. C.
You
Based off the palate, tell me what the proof is of this whiskey.
This should be Price's Right rules. You can't go over.
No.
You can go over.
we
Just
should
don't,
get-
just don't go
yeah.
too far over.
Yeah.
We should get music.
Jeopardy
mean?
music.
I mean, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
always throw that in after.
Dip, 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 dip,
Who brought these?
No, so Michael McDonald.
I did.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yamo bourbon.
I brought them. We can partake after we're done with the blind, and then jump into whatever he's offering after that.
Yep.
Don't assume that he's going to offer you
He already
anything.
said.
I already said
I'm
it.
not assuming anything.
No, he didn't.
He
offer
said that we
you-
could actually grab from the top shelf, is what he said. I'm not joking. He said that.
Well, I wasn't here for that.
I did say that.
Oh.
What was
I'm
the
not-
first
he's not lying.
round question for this class?
Kentucky, Tennessee, or Indiana? You said Tennessee.
I did.
Tennessee.
You did. You done did.
You done did fucked up.
I done wrong. Jesus.
I know where I think I am on this.
Fuck.
Oh man,
Am I?
Are you tasting along with us? Yeah.
I am. I forgot how good that one was.
Could you guess first?
It's a great ride. Oops. I'm not kidding.
Can you guess
was like,
first
really?
this round?
Ooh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that good?
That's
That's going to be very hard to guess. The
That's
proof.
know.
dangerous to drink because I know it's going to be something a little
It's-
proofy, but
I'm,
it's just
I'll go first. 128.
No way.
not a
128?
chance.
Not a chance.
Michael McDonald mic dropping you.
128.
Well, I mean,
Michael
I
McDonald
wouldn't
dropped
listen
you.
to me if you look at my
I'm
rankings.
Not. I
but
said 128 again after you made fun of me.
128.
I
Is
didn't
this
make
that
fun of you.
hazmat 4 gate that's like 132?
Well, 132 would not be hazmat.
Oh, is it got to be over 140 to be hazmat?
Well, I've had plenty of 130 somethings that aren't hazmat.
I like
Well,
the
yeah.
new light.
I don't know what the hazmat
Jason?
designation is.
Yeah, it looks cool when the light's off, and I use that for my background lighting when I do the B-roll.
Nice. Where'd you get it?
Excuse me, B-roll.
Costco?
Nice.
I really like the wallpapers that I was looking at. I'm not even joking. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's the first time I ever
The fleur de
wallpapered.
lis.
It's the first thing I ever wallpapered in my life, and I hated every second of it, but it came out nice.
I don't know how to describe. It just
Hey,
it
how
almost
about
reminds
you,
me
An-
of.
how about you describe it by telling us what you think the fucking proof is?
I'm going to go with
Just turn it to fucking HGTV here, and I'm like,
119.
all right.
Oh man.
119.
You would say the same thing.
119.
0.9 repeating. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I love how JDX like that's taken now. He can't have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, I had like 118 in my head, but it's way too close.
Well, what if it's exactly 118? This is points. You're
I know.
you're coming
I know
from
mine.
behind, just like with Tyler.
All right, Tyler, you go.
122.
Tyler's at 122. Okay.
125.
For giving me as much shit as you did, you're the closest one to me.
I know. So I took another sip of it, and then
Yeah.
that finish, it kind of hit me.
and it lingered,
yeah.
and it
All
lingered,
right.
and it fucking lingered. In
These
a good
are-
way.
These are amazing. These scores are, after the palate round, it's going awry. Okay.
Oh, so I'm
Is that a
dead
rye
last now?
pungent?
All right. Last one.
You might make your comeback.
Last one. Give me the state of distillation.
What the fuck?
What?
Whoa.
Based off the
Indiana.
palate?
We've
I'm
already
kidding.
done that one. Get a new
Well,
question, man.
This is on number 4.
Finished.
I know. This is the one we all thought was finished, except for you.
Yeah. Everybody thought it was finished except for JD.
Is there a narrowed down?
I love
This
this
is
bottle
fucking
so
good.
much.
This is really
50
fucking
different
yeah.
states.
good. Is there an? Is it
probably not
all
Texas.
50 in play, or did you narrow anything down?
I can narrow it down for you.
You don't
Yeah,
have
we
to.
could-
I was
we
just
could-
wondering if you.
I have never had anything like that.
Yeah, we could just do Kentucky, Indiana, or Tennessee if you want to stay with it, just to. Because
I mean, we didn't have to. I was just wondering
No, we could do that.
Oh,
if you had announced.
that's
Isn't that
incredible?
incredible?
Whoa.
What are you, Joey
Hey.
Tribbiani?
Yeah,
Like,
Hey.
Whoa, Blossom.
Hey, Indiana.
Whoa.
Dude says Indiana.
I'm gonna say Starlight. That's what I'm saying.
I'm leaning there, Tor.
What?
what? He's having a stroke.
I had short circuited.
Short circuited.
I short
Do you
circuited.
smell toast?
Yeah.
Burnt toast.
I'm leaning
burnt
there,
toast.
door.
I
What
said
was-
toast on one of the Elijah Craigs.
I'm leaning there, door. So Tyler,
I heard the Windows 95.
Are you talking about like
Same. Indiana.
Good thing we got a nurse here.
Yeah, you're going to
Doctor.
die.
You're gonna die, clown.
I was legit going to say Indiana before you even threw anything out.
Then
I'm
say
serious.
Indiana.
Okay.
Because of MGP.
All
That's
right,
why.
Indiana. Where you at?
MGP.
You going to
Same.
Indiana?
Yeah.
What does MGP finish?
JD,
I want points to Indiana.
All kinds of stuff.
he wants points.
It's either I get them or no one does.
Then why did you say Indiana?
Starlight.
Starbright?
Yeah.
First star.
All
See you
right,
tonight.
see you tonight.
Even
least
if
you guys
it's,
all went
even if
along
it's
with
the
it.
winking brown eye star.
Even if it's the eclipse.
Is it Christmas time already?
All right, so
Fuck
let me.
no.
You guys talk. I'm gonna do the math here, and then we'll see.
He's
who
going to
took
do
the
some
lead.
math.
Out of you
while
guys,
we,
like,
talk.
what was your favorite out of these? Like 1 through 4.
Four was pretty damn good, and I'm not generally if it really is finished.
I
Because
really like 3.
we're assuming it was finished because JD was the only one who said it wasn't.
Yeah.
I changed my answer.
Did you actually change it? I don't think
I
you did.
when I tasted it.
When you got your score back after the first round.
When I tasted it,
I think the first one was my favorite. So
The first one's
the first one
pretty
is my
impressive.
favorite. You know,
so that was
so-
like my neck pour of the evening.
Jason, you need a dope live edge table, like a river table, like a epoxy river table.
those are cool.
yeah. There's this table. It's got like a loose leg.
It's like
getting
your,
down,
it's
man.
like your mom. It's like you grew up with this table in your kitchen.
in your Staten
While I was
Island
growing
fucking
up,
I had
home.
this table in Queens.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm
So
not
it's got
too far
like-
off. I'm not
yeah.
too
Got
far
some
off.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
I've got the perfect hat for you, Jason. I know what I'm going to get you.
If it's got nostalgia, then cut it up and like make shelves out of it. Then it doesn't go away. But then you can actually get a real table.
Are you familiar with a drummer named Malik Dope?
Nope.
No. He's got these hats, and it says Dope, but it's made out of musical notes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you should
But he's
do
a drummer, so I was like, that'd be
is
perfect
you
for
should
Jason.
just jigsaw a bunch of penises out of this as much as possible.
Tyler's drunk.
Or just router on top of it a whole bunch of penises.
Yeah.
Would it be Peni at that
see
point?
the first
Peni.
person. See the first person who
No, it is
who
penises.
notices it on the live cast, and then send him like a bottle.
It's probably Martel. Penis.
right.
Penis. Just put Martell's name in it.
Yeah.
And then somewhere just put a random vagina.
Yeah.
And then somewhere have hymen pour, and then have
So how did the hymen pour
Connor
get called
O'Driscoll.
out by?
Martell.
How did
Was
get
it
to
was it a
Connor?
live? What is it, a live
Yeah, how did
show? And Martel just commented on it, or what?
Yes. And then he repeated it or something.
I was
that
busy.
effect.
I was busy that Wednesday. Michael McDonald.
Can I have
did
the
not
history
make
of the
enough
hymen
points.
pour?
Wow, it was close.
I said it. That's how they
history.
No, but what is it?
We were watching a reel. I think it was Bourbon Pursuit. They were at the Bardstown Bourbon Festival, and they were interviewing people saying, "What are your most annoying phrases in bourbon?" One of them was like
Neck
smooth.
pour. Neck pour,
One of them
yeah.
was neck pour, and everyone kept saying neck pour. And so we took a couple of them, and one of them was what was it? Mouthfeel.
Yeah,
or something.
mouth experience.
And so we came up with mouth experience, and then we came up with hymen pour.
But what's the hymen pour?
Did you
Like,
miss
what's
that
the-
episode?
Do you know what a
Yeah.
hymen is?
Oh, you
No,
So a hymen is before, like, okay, so a hymen is that piece of
Oh
skin.
my god! Are you,
wait.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
you really don't know what a hymen is?
Yes.
I told you I'm the one that
Yes,
said this.
you really don't.
Yes, I really don't.
Revelations
Okay.
are
All
happening right now.
Then go ahead. I
Yeah.
thought you
So-
were joking.
Is it like an anatomical
before-
fucking?
You
Yeah,
ever take
absolutely. It is
biology?
anatomical.
Hey, my favorite author growing up was Buster Hyman.
Bust
that-
in her hymen?
No,
Bust
busting
her
her
hymen.
hymen. So
Was that your nickname?
When a woman is still a virgin, there is a thin piece of skin inside of their vagina. That piece of skin is called a hymen, and when it is broken, they are no longer a virgin.
Good luck finding
Back in
one
the
today.
olden days,
That's fucking
when they would like
great to
marry
you
off
fucking-
a woman, right?
Right,
When
so
they
we're
would like
breaking
marry
the
off a
hymen
woman,
off.
if they didn't have a hymen, they would be like, "She's not a virgin. Throw her in the volcano."
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Throw her in the volcano.
That's why hymen pour. We're breaking the hymen on the fucking bottle.
That's
So
great.
when girls-
That's awesome. That makes it even better.
Most girls like
so all this time you never knew what that
No, I
meant?
thought it had something to do with like the anatomical, stupid
Part of
word
the
of a
neck.
neck
But
or something.
it is possible
That's
for
funny.
it to break while horseback riding or doing.
Or most
other
girls, like,
things.
break it like playing
you can
basketball
also,
or something.
You can also
Stupid.
get gonorrhea while you're riding a tractor.
Okay, Jason can do the reveal. Let's like
Wait, like
cut
Frank,
this out
like
of the
Frank
podcast.
Zappa jumped up and grabbed my knee.
It's a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah.
I saw, yeah.
The basketball one got me. Is that like a hymen foul? Like
Yeah,
what happened?
it's like when they trip and I tripped and fell and broke my hymen
What's-
doing a layup. Like
What's the symbol? What's the symbol for that?
It's this. It's this.
it's an upside.
Hey,
Two
hey,
shots.
wait, no.
Exactly.
It's this. It's this. Because it tore, and now it's flapping.
Tor.
And you have to make the sound effect while the mic's on.
It's like the character from Futurama's mouth.
Yeah, it's exactly
Yes,
what I
yes,
thought about.
that's exactly what I just fucking thought about.
All right, guys, let's get to the reveal here. So, bottle number 1 on the nose. I asked you just off the nose what the age was, and actually it was the same question on the palate. So a lot of you guys changed your answers and you went up in age, which was good because this is a 12-year-old whiskey. So, yeah,
I almost said 12 the first fucking time.
I did too. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, dude,
I
you had
even said
guessed
it.
10, Tyler had 8, JD had 7, and Brett had 9. So I basically gave, if you nailed it, you got 5 points, and you got 1 point less for every time you were off. So you had 3 points because you scored 10, 8 for Tyler. He got 1 point for that, 7 for JD. He got 0, and Brett, you answered 9, so you got 2 points. All right.
I still may be right on number 4 then because I had 0.
So we went to palette on that one, and dude, you guessed 12. You were spot on. You got a full 5. JD also got a full 5. Tyler, you said 15. You got 2 points, and Brett, you went that 13 notch, but you got 4. This is
Spinal Tap.
the Blount Brothers Old Fangle Nodder Bourbon 12-year cast strength. Back about 6 years ago, these bottles were legendary. This is 12-year-old MGP cast strength goodness.
I've
Wow.
never
Good.
even heard of this.
That you cannot.
It's delicious.
You can. These are on secondary now. Every now and then you'll run up against one. They're about $450 to $500.
It's good. It's
What
really
was it
Very
good.
good.
retail at the time?
The retail these were under 100 when they first came out.
Wow.
This is really good.
Value high.
Value high.
I think it
would
was my
agree.
favorite one. Out of
Blount
everything.
Brothers.
up there.
Blount Brothers still has their own
That
brand,
was really good.
but this bottle you won't find
I'm starting to
again.
My palate's actually starting to open up right now. This is really good, but I feel like I might know a couple of these.
Don't fucking blow your load.
I've never heard of that. This is
Oh,
all, I
buddy.
would have never
It would have never
even
guessed that.
known where to
That's
start.
why I just really
guessing.
wanted to
This
go
is
with
cool.
age with that one.
That was a good one.
All right, the second one is where it gets interesting. I asked you on the second one, is this a rye, a bourbon, or a blend? 2 of you said rye. 2 of you said bourbon. The ones that said bourbon were right. All you guys were saying rye as you were tasting it. This is not a rye whiskey.
So let me give you a little.
I don't want to
When
say
I-
Jack Daniels
hold on.
anymore.
When I hold on. So when I tasted it, I didn't think it was because I was like, 51, but I thought we were right based on the scores. I was assuming I got all of mine right or close to it.
I see what you're saying,
So I
yeah.
was like, well, shit, it must be a fucking rye. So that's why I was like, well, it must be like a 51%.
Yeah.
But I didn't. When I tasted it, I was like, I don't think this is.
You
a rye.
are right. It is a 51%.
Well,
But it's
this just-
51% bourbon.
Yeah.
This just went awry.
So this is, I asked you to name that. Well, Tyler, you got 1 point for that, and so did JD. You both answered bourbon, and Dude and Brett both answered rye. They got 0 for that. Name that distillery. Dude, you said Wild Turkey. Tyler said Jim Beam. JD, you said Jack Daniels, and Brett, you said Michter's. The
Still
answer
tastes like a
is
rye to me a little bit. It
I
does
mean, there's
to
a
me.
rye spice to it, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it tasted like a rye after I tasted it. But I had to stay with it.
these are
because-
bottles we will never see again, but these were complete gems when they were around. Knob Creek's 15 years. Tyler nails.
yeah.
Tyler nails a distillery.
Wow.
But not only did
Really
I fucking
good.
nail the distillery, but I fucking
Bourbon.
You said Knob Creek.
You did.
first.
I did.
You
I
did.
said Knob
Good job.
Creek. I
You
said
were very
this
good.
is Knob
But
Creek.
you were thinking Knob Creek Rye.
I did.
The funny part
I
is-
won't lie. I
Hold on.
won't lie.
The funny part is you get the distillery right, and you were thinking it was Knob Creek Rye.
Rye.
Yes.
I flipped over thinking it's not a rye anymore, and I'm way off because I'm like, well, shit, like I think this might be Wild Turkey because I was getting almost like a little nuttiness or something, but that was
Yeah.
the nuttiness I was getting.
Exactly.
Yuck.
And
I'm so mad at myself
because
now.
that one actually has a little bit of Wild Turkey vibes
Yeah.
to it, and I was curious
Yeah.
if anyone would say it.
I
And
almost
I did.
Yeah.
I
call.
almost went
Very good
Wild
call.
Turkey as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is this the
but
Twilight Zone?
these 15-year store picks. Remember when these were around for like
Yeah.
$45 everywhere?
Now, they're,
Now you can't
Everywhere
get
they
'em.
were.
Yeah.
They
now
were
it's like
sitting on the fucking shelf.
170. I think that last one I saw was like 170, 180.
Yeah. So
Ridiculous.
so Tyler was the
I've
only one that
got,
got
like, 10 of
Tyler.
those.
Tyler was the only one that got points in that. And he got a full 5 points for nailing the
Damn.
distillery.
Nice.
Hell
Nice
yeah.
job. All right, nose on the third glass. I asked you if it was Kentucky, Tennessee, or Indiana. The only one that got a point was Brett because he said Kentucky. He got a point for that one.
Because you want to be different.
What was
Yeah.
it?
It is
No,
Kentucky.
nice.
What?
So
Nice.
this was a Kentucky.
This is a Kentucky whiskey.
This was,
that
hey,
was-
by
that
the
was
way,
just the first
This was my
question off
favorite
of
one
the
of the
third one.
night.
Your favorite was C?
Yes.
So,
All right.
But the third one, you're talking about just the first question of the third.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What was the second question on that
Second question on the third one was I asked you to get the proof. Dude, you said 128. You got 0 points for that. Way too high. Tyler, you said 122. You got 2 points. JD, you went at 125. You got nothing. Brett, coming in at 119 proof. He got 5 points.
Yes.
What was it? Was it 119?
This bottle
Or was
is
he just the closest?
Four Roses 2023. I'm sorry, the 2021 LE, my
It's
whiskey of the
fucking-
year.
Smooth.
Nice.
It's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Isn't that amazing?
That's great.
That is a hell of a blend. So the proof on that is 114.
So the funny thing is on this one for me,
And I figured the finish on that and the spice might.
that's what threw me off.
The
Might
finish,
trip you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
The finish lingered in me.
I
And
let-
it does
so-
in a good way.
In a good way.
My first sip, I'm like 110. But then
Right, I kept
same.
I scoffed at dude, but then I got that finish and the spice. And I was like, that's got
Like I would still, if I drank this again, I would still think, oh, it's in the 120s easy.
Yeah.
But this was probably my close to being my best. This was my most enjoyable pour, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
It's
see.
just so four is it. This is amazing. The four is so unique that it's just like, how do you say that's not your favorite? But
Right.
Yeah.
but if you're just talking about quality pour,
So
That's fair.
so Brett was actually the closest with the proof.
Nice, Brett.
All right. Last one. This was this everyone's favorite, pretty much?
The last one,
it
Yeah.
was mine just
I-
because of the uniqueness.
Is your favorite?
I would say this was it. This was number 2 for me.
So your favorite was the Four Roses?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
number 2 was my.
What was
or
your
this
favorite?
was my number 2.
What was your favorite, JD?
Four Roses.
And yours
I
was
really
which
like
one?
the first one, and I don't know if it's
The
because it was the
Blount Brothers?
first drink of the day, but that
Yeah.
Blount Brothers was just
Well,
like.
I think
Isn't that
because it
incredible?
was the first drink of the day for me, it hit me hard the first couple
Yeah.
days. When we just went back to it again, I was like, "Ooh, this is really nice." When he was doing the reveal, I was drinking it, and it was. I mean, it's
it just
this
fits my palate
4
really
and
well.
1 are like neck and neck.
So this one,
Yeah, four
I
is very
asked
good as
you, first question on the nose, is it finished? And then I asked you on the palate, state of distillation. So you all said Indiana. You were all right. You all got 2 points for that. Finished.
a
This
moot
one,
point.
this one you almost all swept except for poor JD, who said no, it wasn't finished, and it is finished. This is probably the one of the
I think
most.
Tyler might have come
I
back
think
and
Tyler
won
may have
because
won,
he got
yeah.
points when none of us got
I know.
points.
This is one of the most legendary batches of this bottle, and we'll probably never see batches like this again. This is
Oh fuck! I
the
was
Joseph
way off.
Magnus cigar batch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your favorite.
That's you brought
fucking
that for us,
favorite.
dude.
This is number 58, also known as the Darth Vader batch.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh,
the
that's super cool.
It's the darkest batch that Nancy Fraley
So-
she ever created. So
it was such a good finish. I wasn't even thinking.
That's your
I wasn't
fucking
thinking
jam.
I was
at
sitting there
all.
thinking Starlight because I was
love
like,
Yeah.
that.
Ty-
yeah.
Tyler wasn't there,
Yeah.
and I did a blind at Dude's house, and the last one was one of my Joseph Magnuses. It was a batch 91, the 4th Michigan only release,
Yep.
and we killed it.
You're the biggest fan that I know.
I
of that.
love cigar
Yeah.
blends.
Andy didn't get the blended part of it, and you got the state at
Well,
least.
no. Well, you almost all of you almost it was almost a clean
I
sweep
think everyone
there.
piled on me on the state because I went first on that one.
I was legit going to say Indiana just because
You were
I was
thinking
thinking
MGP,
MGP though is why.
Yeah, JD, if you look up that batch, you'll
Starlight's pretty
find some
spot on
crazy-
though.
That's
with,
what I
It's a
with
high
that.
proof for that.
because I
Yeah.
enjoyed the finish so much on that.
High
I
proof
was
and
thinking it
super
had to
dark.
be Starlight.
How old is it? Do you know?
That's why she named it Darth Vader.
Do you know how old it is?
Like the ages of the
It's
whiskeys
only like
in
2
there.
or 3 barrels, right? 2 barrels.
Yeah, but I think that had some of the more of the older stuff in it.
I
Still.
know 91. It was like 14
I
and
think
12.
Tyler, I think
year.
you.
All right, you ready for the scores here?
Yes.
No.
I think Tyler won.
I do
Coming
too.
in last place, JD with only 8 points. Coming in,
I thought you would win
coming
easily.
coming in third place with
I've
a
had a
total
long week.
of 11 points is Mr. Dude Pool. Coming in second.
From first to third. That's like
You got to reveal
that's like-
first, not third, not second, because we know.
All right, well, I'll
yeah,
just-
reveal
I'll
first.
Winner.
winner chicken dinner. Who wins the bottle of the Butter Pecan? Fittingly, is Mr. Brett.
That's fucking
By
awesome.
1 point.
1 point. So what was the final tally?
15 points for Brett, 14 for Tyler.
And I had 11.
You had 11.
And he had
and
8.
he had 8.
You guys are
I
welcome.
love that.
You're welcome
That's
to
a
enjoy.
different bottle than I'm used to seeing.
the
in
Butter
Titanium
Pecan.
and-
Yeah, so that's a blend that
Congratulations,
I
Brett.
did
That was
personally.
awesome.
Okay.
It's a
you
Burai.
you're a perfect
Oh, no
example of
way.
slow
Yeah.
and steady wins the race.
Yes. You know.
I don't know that you
So that's
won
the thing.
any individual
He got
question.
he got points, little points
Yeah,
throughout
I mean,
that
every
added
question.
up.
There was only one question he got 0 on.
He nailed a couple of big ones, man. If he just hit a couple more,
Yeah.
he would have had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Knob Creek was a good call out though.
That was.
Yeah.
That's the thing that fucking threw him up
Right,
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's it. That propelled him. He was
If he
there.
didn't get that, then he was below me.
I'm super excited about this.
I got
by the
0
way.
and you got 5 on that.
I was actually like, man, if Tyler, because when we got to the proof question on the Four Roses,
Yeah.
like if Tyler gets close on the proof, he could take this, but he got too far off. And when he went 119, I'm like, oh, I think Brett might have it. Okay. So yeah,
Super excited about
It didn't.
that.
It
you know
did-
what's interesting to me is I always when there's a super high proof, a lot of times I'll guess teens and I'll be way off. When it's a low proof like mid teens like that, and I'll guess high proof and be way off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be that me not recognizing the difference between the proof and the spicy finish.
And I think
because
Four
that's
Roses,
what that was. It
Four
was
Roses
so
is really
good.
hard to do that with because it's got so much rye forward spice to it. So I did have kind of a theme for this one because it was basically kind of the eclipse that happened. It was basically whiskeys we're never going to see again, like the eclipse.
That's
I
fucking
like
awesome.
that.
We
I
won't
like
see these
that.
again. We're not going to see the Knob Creek again.
You know what-
These are one-time blends.
Why don't you think we'll see the Knob Creek again?
They just don't do
15-year store
anymore.
picks. I don't think we'll see those again. If they do, it won't
I have
be-
I have a
yeah.
couple 15-year store picks.
Yeah.
at
This
my
keeps
house.
breaking in and out.
That's because you suck.
Wow.
I mean, second. If you're not first, you're last.
No,
within
Ricky
me.
Bobby.
The Bourbon Enthusiast has a few of those. I've got like 6 or 7
Do you
Knob
really?
Creek store picks, and 2 or 3 of them are 15-year.
Yeah, I still have a few of them bunkered, but this was the one that I had that's actually open. That was
I like
in
that
the
you
whiskey
say
room.
bunkered.
Bunkered.
I have a little.
Where is
bunker.
your bunker back there?
Yeah, back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's not that big.
That's what she said.
Yeah, we all were like, we all
Man,
went there.
that was a softball, JD.
That's what
was a
Tyler
layup.
said.
That's what he says about
Mine's
it.
called Davy Jones Locker. My nickname is my bunker.
It's an innie.
I thought you were going to say the Kraken.
My favorite joke. My favorite joke is 2 inches more, I'd be king. 2 inches less, I'd be queen.
All right, so yeah, this is a fun flight, right?
It was.
No, this was
very
awesome.
much.
I
Hey,
can't hear
thank
anything.
you. These are special.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's
You're
this. It's
That sucks because this is my nicest headset.
You knock it out of the
So
ballpark.
you're
every
breaking
time.
shit.
Last time was great. This time's great.
I've never had a bad pour, other than the 2-year-old Texas whiskey that we thought was a good pour.
Well,
You're gonna find
you
my-
enjoyed it
you're
at the
gonna-
time.
I did.
Are you
I
back?
just like to joke about that one.
You're gonna find my blind very interesting.
When we did it at the end, we all picked it as last.
I know the second
But
time around.
I think
the
whatever it
finals.
was the order that we did it in, the
was
day that we did
it was
it.
definitely the order.
Because when we
Yeah.
did it in the finals, it got dead last.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna,
and it got behind. It was behind.
Yeah.
Old Forester 100.
I didn't want to play any games with this fly. I want to give you guys like 4 hitters and just see how you guys
They-
took to them.
They were all
Of these, what's your favorite?
Yeah, it's hard for me not to love that Four Roses. That 2021 LE is one of my favorite LEs of all time. But I got to say that Joseph Magnus has a special place in my heart because I have not had a Joseph Magnus like that since that batch.
That
It
is
is
it
deep
was outstanding.
and
the
dark.
more I drink it, the like.
It's just
So let me ask you this, because I've never really gotten into cigar blends. That's what that was, right?
yeah.
Is this? So when I ask this question, I mean, is this? So my question is going to be, and then let me give a preface to it.
Okay.
So my question is going to be: is this what you would normally expect from a cigar batch? And what I mean by that is, I find this truly outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Do most cigar batches pop out like this?
No, sorry.
No, go ahead, JD.
What's
I was
the
I was
uniqueness
clearly
about this
looking
one?
at you, JD. So go ahead and answer.
I'll say this. Lately, it's a little bit more few and far between to find a special batch because the whiskey isn't as old as it used to be like we're having in this batch.
Yeah.
So the blends, I think, are a little bit, they have less older whiskey in them now. But, I mean, you could actually ask Nancy Fraley. There are some specific batches that still do use older whiskey. You just don't really know which ones do.
Do they try to hide the age with the finish?
is there anything
Is that-
special about that one?
You go ahead, Tyler.
Just the batch.
Were you listening when
We-
he
we
brought
weren't-
it out?
we
That's
weren't
why I
having
laughed.
a certain
it's called
conversation
the,
about
It's called the
this.
Darth Vader batch.
Okay.
That's it was when it was released. She had said it was the
Hey,
it was
are
the
we-
darkest, most high proof batch she'd ever put out.
Are we nosing all these before we drink them?
So, well, when you talk about cigar blends, there's other distilleries that are doing cigar blends that don't have these specific 3 finishes.
Sure.
So, like Starlight does an Ambarana finish with theirs.
So that's my next question. Well, I have 2 more questions, but one of those is, does Joseph Magnus always do the same finish for the cigar blend?
Yes.
Second question is, are they starting to think that they're because they've become a little popular? I feel like they've come out more often,
There's
like you
a
said,
lot of
other
batches.
other
Yeah, there's a
distilleries and
lot of
stuff.
them. They're up to what, 200 something now?
Yeah.
But I guess are they hoping that the secondary finish, or not secondary, but the finishes are going to hide the age, the lack of age?
No, when I asked Nancy Fraley about it, it's really not about hiding anything. It's just trying to get the best blend of the products that that they have to work with. So whatever they feel like they blend, that's the one that,
Yeah.
I don't think
I just didn't know if they were, because they're trying to pump them out a little bit more to meet the demand.
Magnus, they still have good ages on them,
Yeah.
but they're not going to be like a lot of the 20-year and like 20-plus years that they used to have.
Send me that, Brett.
Okay. Yeah. Did he do a schnoz pecan?
No, he just
No, I did like I won.
I want that for the.
I fucking love butter pecan.
Yeah.
you almost loved butter pecan.
You almost got it. All right, guys.
I still need to make a bourbon butter pecan ice cream. Still need to make.
I still need to
Have
actually
you not had
use
the
mine into
Guernseys?
creaming.
You haven't used it yet?
No.
Fuck! What are you? You're fucking up.
It's not me.
I put mine away because I'm moving.
It's not me. It's fucking up.
Hey,
This
Guernseys,
is
butter
good. This is
pecans,
Joseph
the
Magnus.
closest thing
This is
you'll
so
get.
I know.
Love
The
Guernsey.
other one I was going to.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
talking about cigar blends. The Buzzard's Roost cigar blend that we had in Louisville.
Oh, yeah,
that,
that
was
was
really
good.
fucking good too.
Let's make a
about-
Michigan trip this summer.
What about, have you had the Old Elk
right
cigar
here.
blend?
No, yeah,
Yeah, that's what you got us
Yeah,
back
that
in
one's-
Louisville.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was so good.
the old elk one.
But
is-
Martell called
No
you
good.
out. Don't you know who this is?
Yeah, dude. Like
That was
what
a
the
little
hell?
awkward,
That was
yeah.
a little weird.
Agree.
I think he was just trying to work his influence on.
I know,
getting-
but the girl then she brought it out. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, here's some."
I said,
was like,
does that get us the cigar
Does that
right?
mean that? So here's the question. Follow up to that is: did she not know who you were, but felt ignorant because she didn't know who you were, so she brought it out, or did she be like, "Oh shit, this is Jason from the Mash and Drum. Let me go get that."
she clearly had no idea
No.
who I was.
So it was an ignorance, like, "Oh shit, I'm going to look dumb if I don't act
Yeah,
like
I better
know who
bring
this
something
is."
out.
But you could have said, "Hey, bring out Bronner," and
He wasn't in town because we actually asked.
Yeah, he
when
wasn't
we were
there.
there.
He was great
He
to
was
have
in
on
like
a podcast.
Vegas or something.
But
Bronner is awesome.
yeah, he was
but
good.
this goes to show you how there is absolutely no regulation or distinct, I guess true distinction of what cigar blend or cigar batch is, because they're all over the map. This was kind of the first one with Joseph Magnus, and everyone has kind of done their own interpretation of it.
It's just multiple blend or multiple finishes. Is that kind of the,
Well,
the
I mean-
idea behind it?
I mean, I think Old Elk kind of followed in that footstep, but then you look at what Starlight did, and they're just using Amburana and called it cigar batch. And then you have
Ambarana is a
What,
really profound.
then you have what
taste,
Buzzard
too.
then you have what Buzzard's Roost does, which is literally infuse the barrel with cigar smoke.
Yeah, tobacco leaves.
Oh, that's
It's
funny. I didn't
awesome.
realize that.
No, the
Yeah.
finish on that is really good. I like cigars though.
But
No, I do too. But
yeah.
I taste them for like 5 days afterwards, and I
Same.
feel like shit.
That's the only reason I don't
and I
like
don't
cigars
inhale.
anymore.
It's just
Yeah.
it gets in my mouth and my tongue,
and it's
then,
on your like fingers too the next day, and you're
Like when we had that.
Gotta eat peanut butter before you go to sleep. Seriously,
Are you
we ha-
serious?
it's a thing.
I did not know that.
No, I've done that and it doesn't help.
I would
Doesn't
be
help
willing
you?
to try it.
And
For what?
here's a theory
Cigars.
for me.
When we
is
had some
I have
at Tartan,
psoriasis,
I went
and
home
I
and
honestly think it
on the
affects
side
my
of the
mouth
house.
too. Like
Oh,
when I
really?
have onions, it'll stay in my mouth for like 2 or 3 days. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh my god, I still smell the onions. And I'm like, I've brushed my teeth, I've gargled, I've done all this stuff, and she'll still smell
Must
the
be
onions.
coming out of your pores.
Like honestly,
It's
I
like
think
me
this,
and garlic.
But I think
Yeah, garlic does that
psoriasis.
shit for
I
sure.
love garlic.
I honestly think the psoriasis somehow affects how my body
There's legs on
metabolizes
that.
it or get it
one
sticks
is
into
that?
my pores of everything.
Which one is that?
I don't know. What's
The
this
legs on
logo?
that are insane.
Which
It's-
class
What's the
is that?
bottom? What's the bottom
Oh,
of
it's,
it? What's the bottom
What's
of
the
it?
three?
Oh, that's the
the
Four
bottom of it?
Roses.
That's Four Roses.
What's
yeah.
the logo?
Oh,
that.
that's my buddy at Hello Again Whiskey Friends.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's an album cover. I just can't remember which album it is.
I didn't know they made albums.
All right, guys, what do you want to try here?
Is that your Oklahoma barrel proof?
I'm not sure. No, that one's in the bunker. That's another one.
Is it?
Yeah, that one's. Those two are open up there.
Man,
You have a bunker?
You've got 3 George T. Stags open up there.
Well, that one's crazy. The one on the right, that's kind of empty.
What year?
That's a blend of George T. Stagg and William Lee Weller. It's a Bourye.
Oh, so you?
I'm sorry, not a Bourye.
You blended it.
It's a 4-grain.
You blended it.
I blended it. Yeah.
That's all. Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. It's been
you
sitting
haven't
up there
tried it?
mingling.
Should we break it open?
If you want to try it.
I mean,
What year
I don't
King
want
of
to do
Kentucky
something that
is
you were
that?
saving for something.
it's the 124.9. I don't even remember what year that is, but
I had last year's with Lorenzo, and it was really good.
yeah, I have last year's up there, and then I have the year before up there. Those are those.
What
two
is your
bottles.
favorite Woodford Reserve batch proof?
Probably that 118.4. I think that's been my favorite for the last few years.
Does it have to be top shelf?
No, it could be whatever you want. I don't care.
I really
He wants to drink
no.
something out of your mash and
No.
drum sneaker.
A shoey.
I really
You want a shoe shot?
I'd really like to try that Warehouse F Camp Nelson.
Oh, it's fucking
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, you haven't
It's
had
fucking
that yet?
good,
This is my bourbon of the year.
dude.
Hey, there's the Anderson County. If you had that.
amazing.
I know.
If
but,
you wanna-
hey, there'll be another time.
If you want, you could clean out your glass and
Not
just
for that
empty it in
Anderson
there.
County. There won't probably.
Yeah, Pride of Anderson County's there. I don't know if any of you guys have had the Desert Jewel smoke wagon. That's some old school
Is
MGP.
that good?
Are we going to cut this out? Or
No.
no. Okay.
No, we're just talking. We're hanging
Okay.
out. This is bonus time.
Okay.
This is bonus time. This is choose.
Is our
I was gonna.
So for those
is
of you
our
who have
favorite
not,
bottle?
for those of you who have not been or seen Jason's webcast or podcast, or whatever, video podcast,
Joseph
YouTube channel,
Magnus
whatever
so
you want to call it,
fucking good.
we're in his
What is that?
studio
The Joseph Magnus
where
style.
when he's
Dude,
recording.
those are always good, man.
You guys go ahead, have a conversation. It's fine. We're in his room where he does his recordings, and if you ever see all the bourbons behind him, and he rotates them on the barrels and stuff too, he's got so many things here. Almost all of them hitters. He's got some swings and misses on the shelves too, but for the most part, they're all hitters.
Do you have a EC Pirate?
And he's letting us
It's up there.
I know.
And there's
Is
what's
that the last one you have?
What's that right
No,
there?
I got
too?
I got a bunch more. Well, that's the
Is that a
that's the
Kentucky
Wild
Spirit?
Turkey Kentucky Spirit, the old turkey feather bottle.
Have you
Yeah.
ever had
You
anything
can grab that.
pre-fire?
Yeah.
Is it different?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You got to remember people were distilling
Yes.
stuff for Heaven Hill
Yeah.
as they were getting back up to speed.
Like
Which
everything?
batch is that?
A lot of stuff, yeah.
how many warehouses were taken out?
The fire?
3 or 4, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4. It was big.
Well,
I
and
just
then-
asked that question
but
when we were down there.
What we heard was that Willett, where Willett stands, is now where the old distillery of Heaven Hill used to be.
If you watch Bourbon Tucky documentary, it doesn't get as much notoriety as Neat. But I really like Bourbon Tucky. They talk about that.
It's very good on information.
It is. And like the world whiskey / bourbon supply went down by like 5%.
Yep.
Or something crazy. They lost that much.
Is that the one where the host is just sweating through his clothes?
And that's,
No, there's one where he's just sweating through his clothes, and I sent you guys a picture of it
Yeah.
while I was watching. I was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious!" It was great information.
It
But
is.
He's just like sweating in his pits and here and in his like.
It was interesting when Conor Driscoll was on. He mentioned that he was working at Brown Forman when the fire happened.
Yeah.
And Brown Forman was distilling whiskey for Heaven
Right.
Hill.
that's cool. That
So
they
he
like,
was
help
there.
And they talk
Who
about
else?
that, I think,
it
helping
wasn't
out
just
each
Brown
other.
Foreman too. Wasn't Wild
There was,
Turkey also
there was,
helping
there
too?
was a few, but which is kind of, when we were talking about the
Beam?
story, it was kind of interesting. I'm like, oh, so you were working at Brown Forman. Now you're the you're the master distiller of Heaven Hill, who you were helping out.
So did they? That was our first pop.
I know. That was the first pop.
one. It was
Did,
lit.
I tried to be so subtle, it didn't work.
Did they? When they were doing that, did they change their mash bill to match theirs?
Well,
use
yeah,
them
they
and
were
use their
yeah,
yeast
they were
strain and stuff
distilling
too?
for them. Yeah, I think so.
But they were distilling their
Yeah.
stuff.
We were at the barrel pick, and I asked the question about Parker Beam lending the yeast strain over to Heaven Hill. And she was like, yeah, that's correct. I was like, I knew they were lying at Jim Beam. Thank you.
All right, so we got 2 bottles
you,
picked
dude.
out from there. What do you want to try?
I'd
Brett?
like to try a turkey product.
turkey. Okay.
I've always said, and I don't want to dip too much into like but I've always wanted to try like an old like Austin
The
Nichols,
gold?
like some type of turkey that was like Austin
Have you ever
Nichols.
tried cheesy gold foil?
I've never had the gold foil, and I feel a little bad asking to try gold foil turkey.
Man, so
I
here
think
for
he
you.
opened it
So-
for us last time we were here.
Oh, really?
I don't think
But you didn't have
Okay.
it.
Did I have it?
You and I had it, yes.
So this is a special year of Wild Turkey cheesy gold foil. This is 1989.
That's pretty awesome.
That looks like fucking maple syrup.
What
you
makes
pour
it a
that
special year?
because that is your bottle.
Apparently, it was a special year of like everything that came out in '89 from Wild Turkey was supposed to be pretty amazing
That year?
Yeah.
Can I have a sip? Just literally a sip.
So while they're doing
I just want to take a
that-
picture of the bottle too, but you do.
While they're doing that,
Just
I'm going to make
a
sure I
half
don't
ounce.
use your strep bottle. I just want a little splash. I don't even want a full pour. I just want to
There you
taste
go.
it.
I can't believe you just said that.
I don't even want to taste it.
I didn't.
There you go.
No, I
you.
said I just want to taste it. I didn't say I don't want to taste it. That's perfect.
That Camp Nelson's really.
I just want to take a
Can I
picture of it
smell
real
that?
quick. is
But
all.
while they're all drinking this, I handed out some Majescas
Yeah.
Majescas.
from.
I bought a
Thank you,
couple
sir.
bags too. They're delicious.
Yeah, I bought 2. My wife was trying to give them away. I'm like, "What are you doing? I just brought them home."
My wife was like, because we've got lawyers and shit on retainer and stuff for stuff, and she's like, "You spent money, you know?" And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I said, "I got you chocolate."
You guys pour this?
Yes, yes. Question:
Oh no.
No, not you.
What's your favorite of these 2? Because I know you're a big EC Pirate Barrel. Is that the correct term?
Pirate bottle?
Pirate bottle. Okay.
Yeah, that's
But then
why do they
cheesy
call it
gold
that?
foil is like.
because I don't know. It looks
The
like an
look of
old.
it.
It looks like an old pirate jug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the common term for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, the pirate bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean,
Those are money.
they're 2 totally different animals. I mean, this is the Elijah Creek Barrel Proof. This is old school, old oak,
Yeah.
super rich, super sweet. A little bit of like that old school funk that it's got, and that.
Dude, I'm going to fucking murder you.
dude, just
I'm so fucking fat and I don't sound like that.
I just love that you'll sit here and pop and make all these fucking noises, and then I do anything.
That's fair.
The best
fair.
is when
Yeah.
Tyler just belches toward the end of the podcast.
yeah, yeah.
I'm so excited to try
Chewing.
this.
And I get my
Actually,
ash.
Wow.
I'm going to enjoy these 2 first, and then save that for the last.
That's the cheesy gold foil.
This is cheesy gold foil.
going cheesy gold
excited
foil
about
Now
it.
this bottle. So, question for the panel: if you could be stuck on an island for the rest of your life and have an endless supply of one bottle of bourbon, what would it be? For me, it would be that. It'd be
Really?
that Wild Turkey cheesy gold foil.
You
The
answered that in
old
a
wild
recent
turkey
podcast
stuff is
or a recent episode.
Well,
incredible.
when we were in Kentucky
Incredible.
last time, I wanted to go to a place that did Dusty's because I had never had a cheesy gold foil, and I wanted to try it
When we
so bad.
when we go back, we should go make some time to go to that.
Like Neat or
yeah,
something?
that neat
Neat
because they
Bubba?
actually have really nice
do.
prices on
They
Dusty
do.
Pours.
And they always have something on special.
Yeah,
every week.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's cliche, but if
my island pour would be 4 Roses 135.
mine would be country ham.
Really?
Yeah, I
Ham.
love
Out of
country-
everything?
good, but-
like over any of these?
Well, I mean,
What's country ham?
I
I'm
just
kind of-
tasted-
It's
It's
a
a
Booker's.
Booker's batch.
Oh, you know, actually, I've had that Booker's. We had that on.
I've still got some of it.
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Justin's House of Bourbon had some
Oh shit.
older wild turkey.
Yeah.
They didn't have cheesy gold foil, but they had like Kentucky Spirit from like
Yeah. You know what?
Like
you know
that
what?
right there?
back.
You know what a really
Like
good
those right there?
values? You know what a really good values?
Maybe
is,
it was fucking good.
the old rare breeds. Like
Maybe it was an old rare breed too, but they had
Like
they
that?
had
which one?
No little 375.
it was old
Yeah.
it was old wild
but
turkey
even
and it was
older than
really fucking good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you show him that Kentucky Spirit bottle? Was it like that?
So this one?
Oh shit.
I don't think so.
still-
I think it was
still
It
rare
looks
breed.
like, a,
cool.
looks like a peacock.
That's a really cool bottle.
Yeah. So they got rid of this bottle and they
Hey,
switched it.
JD, do you know
everybody,
what they call a
everybody
female
misses the
peacock?
fantail bottle.
I like that bottle.
Peak hunt.
That's good. I like that. Good dad joke.
I don't know if that's a dad joke.
I learned that one in like 3rd or 4th grade. I'm
So,
gonna do a little shot of
Real
this.
quick story. We were on our way back, and we met
Yeah,
with one of your buddies, John Waddell, and we were sitting
He was
there,
just opening
and I
everything
brought
up for
him.
us.
I brought him a little bit of my experimental barrel that I was telling you about, the Buffalo
Oh, yeah,
Trace
yeah.
Boo Rye. I dumped it. So he's tasting it, and he's like, "Oh, it's really good." He goes, "Hang on a minute." Goes to the back. He's got an experimental Pureless Boo Rye.
Oh,
And
I
guess,
mean,
guess who has the only bottle of it?
Dude,
he gave you a little bottle of it.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Is it good?
it's
Damn
really,
it, that's what
really
I meant to
good.
bring tonight.
It's
because I
really
knew that you were going to share stuff, and I was going to have something that you didn't have.
So he's trying
Damn it.
to get
I meant to bring
Peerless.
that. I'm sorry.
And you forgot.
I did.
Unbelievable.
I did. I was
He's
rushing.
sitting there. He's sitting there drinking my shit, stuffing his face with Jessica's.
The guilt trip.
I was busy eating my hoisin beef, and then I forgot.
And then it took you a half hour to brush it out of your face.
Right.
So-
So that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, oh, I got to get my palate clean. He's doing a blind. He's doing a blind.
He's trying really hard to get him to put it in the production.
It was good.
I'll give you a sample the next time I see you. I'll give you a sample of the Weller Full Proof. Mm-hmm. Typically, Weller Full Proof, that, this is my third bottle that I've had. I've been like,
Yeah,
they're
about it.
okay.
It's good, but it's
But-
not crazy.
But the one that I just got was like
Outstanding.
fucking
was
shit.
really good.
Really fucking good.
Okay.
So,
yeah, it was.
Gold foil's
It really
got a
was.
crazy nose.
That is
Isn't that crazy?
No, it's a
unbelievable,
nose.
man.
Like,
Yeah, that should be a candle.
the
The
nose of the
The nose has like
fucking
a dusty
EC.
funk to it, but the palate doesn't have any of. Like, it's just nice.
You guys all sound like you're on your honeymoon.
before you put that away, Jason, that cigar rye, I don't want it. But
But don't put it away.
No, don't put it away. Don't put it
back
away.
on the
JD,
barrel.
So,
JD, hold on. I wasn't making that noise on my honeymoon because I had a ball gag in my mouth. I couldn't make that noise. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't like how you looked at me when you said that.
He made some weird eye contact, right?
I did. I was like,
It got real deep.
now I'm thinking about doing a ball gag.
and the table just lifted up a little bit.
I'm saving this, by the way.
Michael McDonald's going to write a song about it.
Apple Funk. It's got a very similar finish to that.
Apple Funk.
Oh, I
was
could
good.
see that.
Apple Funk.
The Peerless song, Apple Funk.
Yeah, very similar finish. I'm tasting it. I'm like, there's just really like a smoky.
I get a lot of.
Funky finish.
I get actually a good amount of tobacco and pipe smoke on the back end of Peerless sometimes for me. I don't know what it is, and mainly just
Yeah.
their bourbon. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure we can do a barrel.
I'm
pick,
gonna
though.
go out on a limb and say that I think the Elijah Craig is better
Than what?
the Gold Foil.
Oh well, it's a completely dude.
Yeah.
This is 139.
I know,
proof.
just like
Right.
just
That's only
the
101.
just like the complexity and just pizzazz in your mouth. I feel like
Did you
I
see
feel
him
like
do
I
the
just got I just got some pizzazz in my mouth.
Yeah, you did. Damn straight you did, Tiger.
pizzazz in your mouth? Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't
just-
know. Ask
I'll
him.
show you. Let's
Hey,
go to the
So
other
it's like
tasting room.
Hey,
it's like Pop Rocks
ask Jillian
of
what it
bourbon.
means.
It's like Pop Rocks of bourbon.
Pop Rocks.
Jillian,
yeah.
what's
Okay.
pizzazz in your mouth?
Can you please make the next Bourbon Hunter trip shirt?
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz in your mouth. That's great. By the way, speaking of that, we have a
Speaking of pizzazz in your mouth,
no, the bourbon. Well, both.
Okay.
just had-
Pizzazz your
he just
mouth
had
and
another
bourbon
stroke.
trip. We have half of that crew sitting here.
Dude, anytime I talk about that, there's so many people like, I want to go. I want to go.
Martel's trying to get his, not Randy, but the other guy
He told me
to go
Yeah.
with us. Michael or something.
But I'm not kidding you. Every time I talk about it, like someone's like, I want to go.
I looked up prices at the Woodford Hotel. Expensive.
Where did we stay
talk him
again? What was
down.
that place called?
the Swepson.
Talk
the
him down from
Swepsons.
$5
Swepson,
grand.
who still hasn't fucking refunded my fucking money yet.
Don't point your finger at me. I don't know
Yeah.
the money.
Hey,
what about-
that's
you have
on me.
Swepson money?
That's on me. I
They
just
gave
need
it to you?
Yeah, they just
The
PayPal me.
Swepson gave it to you?
I gotta PayPal you.
He's doing it right now.
What
on
about
bourbon.
Makers? Like they have their whole thing.
Rob Samuels thing.
Yeah, it's like a Makers has
It's
their.
like for like 3 people.
Is it? No, I
It's
thought it was
small.
a whole house.
No, it is a house of like 2 beds.
Who's spooning who?
Well, I'm the little spoon, I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not sleeping with anyone that has pizzazz in their mouth.
Yeah.
That's just Tyler.
What about one of the hotels in downtown Louisville?
Hotel? We want to stay in a hotel?
Sunshine and roses.
Listen,
I love
think
hotels,
Airbnb is the way to
but
go because we can all hang out together.
Yeah.
I can
I
hang
think
out
that- I
and go
think-
back to my own
hey,
fucking room.
Can we
We'll
just
get kicked out of the
can
lobby.
We
we
can do that in an Airbnb too.
Can we just get the second floor too?
It is like 3 times the amount.
What is?
A hotel.
I know it is.
I know,
Hotels are more expensive.
I get that.
So why do you want to go to a hotel?
Hey, can't take a hoe to a hotel.
Honestly,
Hotel everybody.
was there anything wrong other than
No,
the
it was
fact that
fantastic.
JD had to
Hotel.
sleep in the kitchen? Was there anything wrong with the Schweppes?
First
It
off-
was salt and logs,
First off,
dude.
he was sawing logs. He was out.
Oh my
Is that your
god,
mix?
that's the mix.
That's George C's. So this could be an internet first.
Oh,
I mean, could be.
I just tried the gold foil.
I know. I'm sipping and savoring the gold
night.
foil.
That is
yeah.
butterscotch rich.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy
And it's just
crap!
it's so good. You almost don't even taste any alcohol.
No,
I
it's
still
all
like the-
butterscotch.
It doesn't help that
Elijah
we're
Craig.
going down to
What's
101
that?
after
The
that.
Elijah Craig.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I still think that's fucking
You got to
incredible.
think too, though. You've had a lot
They're
in your
different.
palate
They're
tonight
different.
too.
They're just different.
You're a proof whore.
You know what I mean? Like you
I
might
am
feel
too,
different
though.
tomorrow.
But that 101, I really appreciated
There's
it.
something about it.
I honestly hate to drink anything below 100 now. I really do. It's tough.
The 1-teens are a good spot for
Right.
me.
That's where I've been living lately.
You know what's really good under 100 proof?
So
Blands.
this is a dusty, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1988.
Hey, it's my first dusty ever.
You're lucky Jason
I
didn't
think
just
it's-
jump over the table and kiss you right there. And give,
Honestly,
you, give you a little mouth pizzazz.
This is probably the oldest bourbon I've ever had.
Is that like funfetti or something? I don't even know.
This is weird, but this
Ask the
bourbon's
guy who
older
said
than my
it. I have no
girlfriend.
idea.
It's like God. It's like your mouth was just
I'm not even kidding
bedazzled.
you.
When was it barreled?
Oh,
When was she born?
93.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance
Wow.
that we are tasting
never-
something older than you're tasting every night.
Well, I wouldn't say every night, Bob.
I wouldn't say I'm missing.
I'm not gonna.
Wait, what's-
I'll never
what-
look at that bottle the same way again.
what are we talking about?
You're gonna
This
drink it with
bourbon's
some
older than my
pizzazz
girlfriend.
now.
Yeah.
That's
Some
nothing
mouth
wrong.
All
pizzazz.
right, hey,
I know.
Let's finish this off by having a small snifter.
4 grain, huh?
A small
Yeah,
snifter
yes,
of the
yeah.
of the BTAC 4 grain that
That's
doesn't
great.
exist.
I'm waiting to try the Elijah Craig Pirate.
Okay, I'm gonna pour a little of this. I have not tried this. This has been mingling
So
for probably a year.
introduce this.
What years are those?
The William LaRue Weller was from 2017, from a while back.
Okay.
So I had a little bit of William LaRue Weller left, and then I had a little bit of this George Seaside. It's a
Was it
124.9.
pretty equal, you think, of each?
Yeah, it was about equal.
Yeah. And
Is
I would have
there-
never asked to do this, but he pulled it off the fucking shelf.
Yeah, I
you
know.
saw him. I didn't.
You
I
asked
didn't
him.
prompt
I
him.
watched.
Yeah, so,
he pointed it out.
I mean,
earlier.
I don't know.
asked.
This could
I
be.
didn't ask.
This,
I mean,
this
he,
could,
he barely touched his.
I mean, it could be terrible.
Which one did you drink fully?
The Four Roses.
So is that
that's your
the
favorite
the
one.
last of your William LaRue Weller?
Yeah, I haven't got
Because I didn't see any bottle up there.
I haven't been able to get another William.
So that's
LaRue
the William
since.
LaRue Weller that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that.
Hey,
that was
remember it being
amazing.
like very like raisin forward. I was like,
It was
holy
What is
incredible.
that
Yeah.
purple wild turkey with the 13 on it?
That is an export. That's from Japan. That's a 13-year
So- that's
cool.
Japanese export. But it's
I've-
actually not that great.
really?
I feel like I'm gonna.
That 12
the
year.
12 year. Dude just picked up a 12
That
year.
12
I
year is
think.
much better than that.
Dude, I still haven't tried.
Yeah,
your 12.
but I'm now facing like litigation for that.
No.
Why?
Oh,
What?
You're talking about the whiskey. Never mind.
Not the
Sorry.
12-year-old girl.
So, Jason,
what's happening?
I want to try that 12-year wild turkey you have though.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
want
haven't
to-
opened
yeah.
it yet.
Because if it's good, I'm going to buy one.
I keep wanting to do it on the show, and I
Try
keep, I
that.
haven't
It's
opened
open.
it.
What are your
do you
thoughts
have?
on the Parker's Double Barrel? Just,
It's the same
Those are
thing.
awesome.
Hey,
so
that purple
Lorenzo,
bottle is
that's
the
his
same thing I
island
have.
pour.
Yeah. That's
I'll do
awesome.
like
So-
mini pours. Mini
What is
pours.
his island pour, JD?
The Parker's Double Barrel.
I know it sounds super white girl basic, but William
Micro
LaRue Weller
basic.
is
That's
White girl,
point-
Mike.
every
point-
single time that I've had a different bottle,
white
it's
girl
been
basic.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Of what?
It's not overly complex, but it's been my favorite every single time.
Of what?
You know, for me,
William
weeders.
LaRue Weller.
yeah,
For me, weeders are. I'm just weird with weeded bourbons.
I got to take a pic of that
when
to
they're
show my friend.
when they're
Sorry.
good, they're amazing.
That's not
But
what the bottle is.
like
though.
to me, from
I
my
know, but he
palate,
doesn't.
I only
Send me that when you're
I
done,
only
Brett.
like them at a higher age. Like it's got to be like 10 years or older because
Yeah.
like,
same
it's
with
weird.
Tyler and girls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Actually
outlandish,
smells pretty good.
outlandish request. Can I
Oh.
take a sample of the cellar aged Maker's Home?
Home?
Yeah, I got some there. You could take a sample.
Cool. I've been dying to try it.
You've never had that either, dude. What the hell?
No, that's JD.
We could be a movie.
He's probably a 6
I
bottles.
just
of that.
love
Can
how
I take
there's
a sample
satellite
home?
delay sometimes with him. I'll say something, he just looks around, then he comes back and then laughs, and he's like, "All right."
I have a
You said
pretty much.
dude, and I said no, that's JD.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I have a bunkered Series 2 Remus.
I have a whole bunch of Series 2 Remus. I have 2 of them.
Those are good.
A bunch. 2. I don't
5 was
think I
good,
have
too.
the 3.
I have a few 3s and only
I
have
have
one.
4
I only
and
have one
5.
5
5
left.
was good.
I have 2 5s.
Other ones I'm not crazy about.
A couple of them are. I mean, here's the thing. That's my chair, I think. I
I thought you were shitting.
No, I leaned back and I think it was groaning against me.
I thought that shelf was finally giving
Oh.
way.
I know. I'm like, oh my god.
Spoiler alert: we got John Waddell lined up for the 30th of the month.
The nose on this is really
We also have
good. The proofs?
Who's John Waddell?
High West.
Is the proof low for me, or is it?
We have High West in May.
We've had a
Oh,
lot.
really?
so
That might be
Nice.
it. Yeah.
I would just
Who's
go
John
to the
Waddell?
palette.
Yeah.
He's from
Peerless.
Peerless. He's a master
That
distiller
is
from
actually
He's
you're right.
gonna send.
Really nice.
I gotta get you his number.
Yeah.
So you can-
I taste
High West.
I don't mind if
strawberry
real quick hold
on the palate.
I don't mind if you broker the entire thing.
okay.
You have the relationship. You've already done 10 times more for this podcast than Tyler's ever done.
Ever.
Sweet fruit.
Yes.
Just by
Sweet
just
fruit.
by getting one
I couldn't
guess.
pick out strawberry. but
Roger.
Sweet fruit.
Just
That's
like
not my shtick.
Roger.
and it's same last name.
The second,
Schaefer. You weren't
second-
even there.
The
You
wheat
weren't even
Weller
there
for
for
sure.
Schaefer.
I know. The second that I start doing anything, my shtick is ruined.
Hey,
And
you
it
got us the
shtick.
barrel pick.
It becomes expected. He'll somehow figure out how to miss
Hey,
it.
he got us the barrel pick with Tartan.
Oh, yeah,
Fields.
you know about
but
our barrel
he'll
pick, right?
figure out a way to not be able
Old
to come
Forester?
and
No,
not be
I'm,
able to
I'm
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, if you want some, let us
I'm
know.
coming.
mouth pizzazz
It's
Did
like
you- did you ask
it's
Jason
like
if he
your
wanted
mouth
any
is
of the barrel pick?
bedazzled.
of what?
The Old Forester barrel pick.
Oh
we're
yeah, do
doing.
you want any of our bottles? We're doing 100 proof.
Yeah, I would definitely want a 100 proofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have as many as you want.
Michael McDonald's
let me
getting
check that.
13.
Honest, well, hey, you have to pay for them. You can have as many as you want. I just want to make sure there's no misunderstanding there.
I will
can
give
have as
Jason one of mine because you've given me so much amazing shit.
By the
to be
way,
honest with
I'm
you.
dropping 3 Peerless picks this Friday if you guys want.
Oh shit! Nice.
Do you have a link?
Well, not right
yet.
now.
Not yet, but I will.
What are you about to say what they are?
Two bourbons and 1 rye.
Okay.
2 bourbons, 1 rye.
What's-
And we picked these almost 2 years ago.
Which one did you like the best?
I don't even remember what they taste like anymore. Because they were
Do you have
so
your tasting
You,
notes
this
still
is
written
your complete mishap that you had with
No,
them,
no,
where
no,
they
so-
like.
down? No, this is the makeup for the mishap, right?
That's what I'm saying.
This is the makeup for the
Apple
mishap.
Funk.
Yeah.
the
Apple
mishap he has a bottle of. And
The
it
Apple
has-
Funk ended up in New Orleans.
Why am I
No.
shitting?
And then this was the makeup for Sorry We Screwed Up.
You liked it, right?
And what happened
Yeah.
is we
Yeah.
picked 3 barrels, and then Peerless went through a whole distribution changeover, and our barrels got held hostage. We didn't see them for over a year and a half. So this is from
Of the makeup.
of the makeup barrels. So this isn't from last August. It's from the August before that we picked in friggin' 2022.
Well, remember when we went there in December of 2022? You were having a conversation with him, like, "Hey, where's my
Yeah,
my
he's
barrels?"
like, yeah, he told me, oh, they're on the truck. They're on the way. I'm like, no, they're not.
You know what's
They're
funny? I brought up that I got a bottle of Apple Funk when we were there.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, the bottle that went to Louisiana? I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, so the barrels showed up finally, and now they're releasing. One of them is a super short barrel. There's only 90 bottles out of it. The other one is a
Damn.
full-blown bourbon, and the other one is a full-blown rye. But these were special barrels that they rolled out for us. We've just been sitting waiting. I'm getting the bottles tomorrow from our distributor to finally taste, because we haven't tasted them in
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see what they take. And we don't know if they sat in the barrel another year. Did they
You have
actually
no
dump them?
fucking
We have
idea.
no clue.
That's kind of that's fun
But
though.
that's
You
true.
know what I mean? That's kind
true
of
of
fun.
all the places, though. Like, you make the pick, they might sit in the barrel for another
Yeah.
couple months. You don't know.
But that would be fucking wild.
What would?
Seriously, like you make the pick and then it sits in a barrel for another fucking year.
Oh,
That's what happened with that.
Or it gets dumped and
This?
it gets dumped and it just fucking
Hilarious.
sits.
That's
Or-
what happened with this
so-
bottle right here. This blend that I did.
so you tasted it, called it butter
Totally,
pecan, and it's
totally,
sat.
totally forgot about it, and it sat blended in a barrel for a year before. Like, oh, we still have it, and it turned out
That's
amazing.
really cool.
Wow.
You got lucky on that.
I'm
one.
super excited that I won this. Like I can't.
I'm super
express
excited
that
for you to
enough.
bring it over next
what-
week for us to
Yeah,
review
absolutely. I will.
What
Absolutely.
happened to Jason happens
like
all
that?
the time.
I'll be in Mexico.
I have a bottle.
sucks for you.
I have a bottle of Knob Creek
be
Finnegan's
there?
Wake
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Why
from
can't you be there?
OHLQ
Oh, okay.
because it went to
went to-
OHLQ
went to
instead.
OHLQ, yeah.
I've got a bottle of TCC, the Country Club of Muirfield Eagle Rare.
All right, you guys all pour the stag blend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
are we doing this? Let's
Yeah.
cheers
Oh,
one more
hey.
time.
Cheers one more time.
are we
Great,
stag
great
win?
blind, guys. Congrats to Brett.
All right, so this is
that's right,
This
guys.
is half stat. George
This
T.
is half
Stag.
George T.
Oh,
Stag.
that nose.
120,
Half William LaRue
124.9 proof, and half William Llewellyn from 2019, 2017.
You said 17 a second ago.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 20. It's either 2017 or 2018.
Okay.
Do you have a hydrometer?
I do.
Good idea.
I do.
Oh, really?
If you ever need to borrow, let me know. I have one.
Yeah.
That nose is outrageous.
It's a great.
It's
nose.
a good nose.
It's very fruit
So this
forward.
is technically a 4 grain. We've got wheat. We've got
Wheat
rye
corn,
bourbon,
rye,
wheat bourbon,
I don't know why I keep getting anise.
and corn
Did
and
you say
malted.
anus?
Anus.
Anise.
He has,
Oh,
black
he,
I
has,
was like,
licorice.
what?
he has anus
Anus.
pizzazz.
He has anus
I was
mouth
like-
pizzazz. That's a mouth experience.
No. Mouth pizzazz is beyond mouth experience.
That's,
when I
that's
hear-
a level above.
I feel like I see like spirit fingers.
It's,
when I
it's
hear,
like it's like your
pizzazz.
mouth was bedazzled.
Am I the only one that thinks as Tyler has lost weight that he sits up straighter now?
Jazz hands.
No, he does. His posture.
His
I
posture
think
is
his
like,
chair
Look at my
doesn't-
nipples.
His chair doesn't have a back to it.
I don't, so I'm just like I'm tired of slumping.
Every time I look over, he
I'm like
rubs
a
his finger
slump
and
dog
rubs it on his
millionaire.
nipple. It's the weirdest
Right
thing.
there.
Look at my skinny nips.
My wife makes
I
fun
do
of my
not
nipples
have
all the
skinny
time.
nips.
No, he doesn't.
I have.
He has Asian girl nips.
Oh, really tiny.
Yeah.
I have
No, they're
no,
like,
I have
they're
pep
really
nips.
big
You have-
areolas.
You have like those National
big areolas.
Geographic-
Yes, I have pep nips.
He has areolas.
You have pepperoni nipples? Oh, you have do
Oh
some
my
big ass
God.
areolas.
He has.
I do.
Hey,
Lord.
they're called
Those
areolas.
are sand dollars.
Yes.
Sand.
It makes me want to look at mine.
I have
It makes me
I
want
have
to
really
look at yours.
lateral nipples. They're very like to the side.
Mine are small, but they're fucking always.
Here's it going to Albuquerque.
Mine are like very lateral. Yeah.
Yeah, you have like the alien nipples.
You have good like peripheral vision
they
nipples. Okay.
They don't miss anything.
It's like a fish.
You're like the chick that can't look straight.
It's like a walleye. There's two on one
If you
side.
look at his side, it's like a flounder.
It's like a flounder.
100% flounder nips.
We have derailed.
I know.
Dory nips.
All right, guys, try the blend.
Yeah,
Shut up.
let's drink this. Fucking mouth experience this away.
Mouth pizzazz.
Oh,
While yes, this is delicious. I still can't get over that gold foil
super
turkey.
fruit forward though.
There is a lot of fruit in this.
That's candy.
Oh, and the finish. Ooh, the finish is like a sugar
Oh,
candy, like a
Sugar.
That's candy.
almost like a
It's
cotton
all
candy.
candy.
It's all candy.
It's like a cotton candy almost, in the like the mid to back tongue. Damn,
Man,
It's like that first
good blend.
dude, just half and half. Ended up-
but
The
still.
very first Elijah Craig we tasted was all candy too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
good.
was it?
It
The
was
Alaska
so
Brown
good.
Fruit.
We passed on it. It was the only one James from Bourbon Enthusiast picked that none of us did.
Oh,
in the blind.
that you're
'Cause it
talking
was so
about.
sweet?
You're talking about number 5
number one.
or number 1?
One.
Because number 5 is the first one we did.
because it was so sweet.
Remember?
I didn't do 5-1. I did 1-1.
They're being those are being released as
What
barrel
the
proof,
actual
right?
fuck? Everyone
Yeah.
toasted 5 and drank it.
I did
first.
1.
You jackass.
Those are being
That was
released
a
as
total Tyler
Michael
move.
McDonald.
barrel proof, not single barrel.
Yeah.
Correct?
Well, they don't
Or
do
small batch?
They don't do small batch anymore. I don't think. in
Okay,
their barrel
Jason or
program.
not Jason? Shit.
Jason shit.
Jason shit.
What the hell?
Oh
I
my
gave you
God.
whiskey, man.
Jason, comma
wait.
shit.
Oh my God, it's Jason shit.
There's a comma.
It wouldn't be.
Will you open with that on the podcast? Can that be the opener?
Oh my
I only
Jason
did that
shit
because
and then he burps.
Just like
No, oh my God, it's Jason shit and then he burps.
That's it.
And that's it. And then we go.
And then we go.
I only did that because he said every podcast you fucking burp at the end.
Well, this time it's going to be at the
All
beginning.
right.
Fucking what the fuck.
Let's wrap this up. All right. My ears are
so
hot.
Like a sore penis.
Everyone bring it down. Thank you, Jason, for hosting yet another
yes, thank you.
ridiculous hosting of whiskeys. I mean, as always, your collection is just stupid. I mean, it's absolutely stupid. And every time you never disappoint. So, I mean, I'm seeing things right now that I'm like, well, why didn't I taste that? Why didn't I taste that? But we still had amazing things. And we had the first ever podcast version of a 4-grain BTAC of William LaRue Weller and George T. Stagg mixed
William
together.
LaRue Stagg
William
William
LaRue Stagg. Or George T. Weller.
or George T.
George
Weller.
T. Weller.
George T.
Whatever you
Weller.
want to call it.
They should make it.
Your choice.
They should make it.
This was outstanding.
What year was the stag?
Holy shit.
I don't know. It's
He's only-
124.9.
He's only talked about it 5 times now. Fucking Tyler.
Dude, I'm gonna eclipse your fucking eyes with my ball sack.
You did that. You did that yesterday. All right, guys.
And with that,
we are out in 3, 2, 1.
cheers.
Thank you for joining us on yet another hunt for great bourbon. Please give us a 5-star review anywhere you are listening. But if you can't, leave some constructive criticism in the review so that we can get better at improving our show. Good reviews help us bring better guests on for your listening pleasure, not mine. But until then, sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy some bourbon.